Hello, I'm over here at Ensign. It is the first day subbing since completing my student teaching hours 2 days ago. It's Friday, November 18th. Yesterday I couldn't really find a substitute teaching job like the night before. And I'm back in here today, room 23, subbing for my now former mentor teacher. And I'll be teaching lesson 12, piecewise functions. Got the badge again, and I surmise that makes me official. And phew, for my first day back, it was very excellent. A lot of students were happy to see me. Some students and staff were like, "Oh, I thought you left. I'm glad that you're back," or "You're back." And I'm like, "Yeah, I was gone, but now I'm back." So it was great to be back. One of the math students in third period said that he watched my YouTube video that I posted yesterday. And I asked him, "Well, did you see a familiar chocolate bar?" And he shook his head and said yes. So he was the one who gave me the chocolate bar and the Skittles. And today's the turkey trot. I remember when I was in 7th and 8th grade here, they had the turkey trot, but what was new is that during lunch they had like the TK burgers, a whole lot of ice cream, chips, so many different things. A whole DJ was here. So like I said, it was wonderful being back, and I got permission from my now former mentor teacher to give an incentive, and so my incentive was juggling. And so I juggled at the end of all 4 of her math classes, her 2 enhanced math periods and her 2 avid periods, as well as some birthday tricks which blew everybody away. And I just got done grading a whole bunch of TRFs. Kind of it feels like old times again. Once again, grading like 2 classes of TRFs, which are for her avid classes and such. So just thought I'd do that extra for her. And I can't wait till Monday, wherever in the district I will be. It's November 21st, and today I am subbing for the first time outside my mentor teacher's classroom. I just woke up from a dream where I was back in my mentor teacher's classroom, but today I am subbing at Whittier Elementary School for 4th grade. It'd be good to be back in an elementary school. I brought all my incentives, my juggling and tricks and envelope tricks and all that, so first time subbing since June at an elementary school, so I'm very excited about that. I'm over here in the portable classroom. I am very relieved that I got here in one piece because I was going all across campus, because this is the first time I'm ever subbing at Whittier Elementary, probably the second time I've ever went by it. On January 14th, my aunt and I were taking a night hike around the neighborhood, and we walked all the way over here, like 1.3 miles away, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole school here. And so, again, this is the first time I'm here, so I found the classroom and just about to get set up and everything. Well, so far so good. I just sent them down to music class, which brings back memories when I was at Newport Heights Elementary and Paularino Elementary. And I just did a trick where I made the 3 pieces rope into 1 piece of rope, and everything's turning out very well. The students are very nice, and tomorrow is their their field trip to San Juan Capistrano. They're again in 4th grade, and when I was in 4th grade, circa 2005, that's when we went over to San Juan Capistrano. So I was showing them pictures. The teacher wanted me to show pictures of various missions, and I did so. I added some of our pictures from back in the day. And also, it never stops, but the first thing that students ask is how tall I am. And that's what everybody was asking, was like how tall I was. So I had to answer like a half dozen times that I'm about 6'2" to 6'3", and I can also touch the roof. So I just sent them off to lunch, and right before lunch their incentive was the envelope trick. I'm not sure what else you call it, where people pick 3-digit numbers and then someone adds them together. And as you saw, it was 1,623, and as you can see right here, that's what I put last night. And this was sealed since last night, and the sum was in the envelope the entire time. And while it was being calculated, people are like, "There's no way." And as I was going to the document cam, they're like, "There's no way." And I opened it, and I had them read this off, and as soon as I opened this up, everyone began screaming out loud, and a few people literally collapsed on the floor. But anyway, then I just got them up and sent them to lunch. And just like that, my first day back subbing outside of my mentor teacher's classroom went excellent. These students were very kind, and some of them were really good at explaining classroom procedure to me, since I'm kind of the new teacher and everything, so they helped explain what the teacher usually does. Some of which are excellent strategies that I may or may not employ in the future, but I'll definitely keep them in mind. And I got to juggle at the end, so they all really liked that. And again, it was a pleasure to be here. So I just released them for the day. I just finished writing my notes from the substitute teacher, which I do for all the teachers that I sub for. I usually explain like how the class did and everything. And I can't wait to see whatever tomorrow's going to bring. It's November 22nd, 2022, and where I'm at today is Newport Heights Elementary, subbing for grade 6. Well, so far so good. 5 minutes of it. I just sent them off to science class for an hour, so it was kind of a bit stressful this morning. There were absolutely no sub notes, and I went back to the office, and then that's when she got it, printed it out, and at the same time I had playground duty from like 7:45 to 7:55. And at the same time I got here early so that I could prepare with the sub notes and everything, but it all worked out, everything works out. While I was walking to the playground, and at the playground I heard a lot of chatter from close by to far away, and I could still hear them talking about, hey, there's that YouTube guy or juggler guy or something like that. So a lot of students remembered me from last year when I subbed, and they were very excited to see me again. Some of them remember me from the first grade class that I juggled at, where I would juggle a few times a year every year. So, and speaking about that first grade class, I just ran into the teacher, and he was like, he could have done backflips and somersaults. He was very excited to see me. Unfortunately, his student teacher isn't here today, and his student teacher is at Vanguard University, so we have class together. But later on, he and I are going to arrange a time where I could come back and juggle for his first grade class, and his student teacher is going to be there to watch it again. So that's going to be exciting sometime in December, and I'm very happy and optimistic. This is my joy, my daily motivation to serve in this way. Today's the last day before Thanksgiving break. We have Monday and Tuesday classes, and then Wednesday onward there's no school. And there's like 6 people absent today. But other than that, I'm excited to see what this day brings. Okay, so I'm about 70% done. I just sent them off to lunch. And there were a lot of students in class, out of class, and in line. Other classes walked by us, and students pointed me out saying that they like watching my YouTube videos, so I'm very appreciative of that. After science class, they came back here and they watched the rest of a movie that they already started. And then after recess was like silent reading and math and more math, so I got to teach another math lesson. So yesterday I got to teach about a different way of multiplication, and today I get to talk all about percentages and tape diagrams and all that fun stuff. So, and it like brought me back at home, only 2 grades younger. Basically just, that's what I've been doing for like 600 hours during student teaching. So I was just bringing back the strategies that I learned from my mentor teacher, and it was almost the same, so it brought back memories. I divided the interval of time between recess and lunch according to the sub-notes into segments, after each of which I gave an incentive. So that's like a clap game, or a magic trick. Again, it's not real magic, and I tell them that, but just like a trick that I practice and such. And as always, they're blown away, and that's kind of why I like elementary school, because I get to do a whole bunch of tricks all throughout the day to reward them for good behavior. So I'm looking forward to after lunch for the rest of the day, and leading up to one of the greatest incentives, juggling. And phew, that was the conclusion to another great day subbing here at Newport-Mesa Elementary. So I subbed 4th grade, 5th grade, and now 6th grade today. And I guess my scarecrow friend is very happy too. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I won't be returning until next Monday somewhere in the district. And earlier today I remembered that this classroom belonged to another teacher that I knew when I was a student here. So I was inside this classroom multiple times. And if you could see outside that window there, that was my classroom when I was their age in grade 6. So once again, it's good to be back. I spent 4 years here from 3rd grade to 6th grade, and I will probably come back to substitute again between here and June 9th. I'll be back next month to juggle for 1st graders. And for the very first time, as I could recall, as a substitute teacher, I solved a Rubik's Cube as part of an incentive. I know I solved one at Ray Elementary, but it wasn't really an incentive. It was somebody else's Rubik's Cube, and I asked to solve it, and I did. But this time I had students jumble up the Rubik's Cube, and I was able to solve it. And something peculiar that just happened after school, well, not really peculiar, but funny, is one of the teachers asked me, so did I survive today? And I said, no, I'm a ghost. And then we started laughing. Have a good Thanksgiving. And hopefully I could return and juggle for everybody at the school and school-wide assemblies. That's kind of what we're working on right now. Again, the person who's in charge of the elementary education of the entire district and I know each other. He was my principal when I was a student here, and he's trying to get me into schools too to do assemblies. So that's my joy, and that's what I hope to do in the future for every student. And then secondary education, I'm still working that out, but I hope to go to every middle school and high school in the district and beyond NMUSD and just make a difference and be an encouragement to students all across Southern California. And I hope that everyone is going to have an excellent Thanksgiving.